Yo, Elliot! So we got a question from our vegetarian buddy. He's an ectomorph, right? So that basically means he can't gain muscle already based on that philosophy. But he's also a vegetarian. He's working out 3 days a week for the past year. He wants to gain some mass, but he's obviously a vegetarian, and he's wondering, is it possible? You know, he's struggling a little bit. Is it possible for me to actually gain some muscle while not eating meat? I don't know if you're Indian or Buddhist or something like that, or if it's just a lifestyle choice that you've embarked upon. But I've got some good news for you. I did follow a vegan diet for 2 weeks. And a part of me panicked because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get weak, I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna get soft, I'm gonna lose all my muscle. And I didn't. But what I did do is I did a tiny little bit of research on vegan sources of protein that were complete, right? And you're gonna wanna dig a little deeper because the type of research I did was basically I punched into Google. But what I made sure was that I was taking a supplement that had brown rice and yellow pea protein. You might want to Google this. I think I read a article on the Health Rangers. I think it's naturalhealth.net. Anyway, I read a really good article on there, and then it was consistent as I Googled it and searched around for vegan sources of protein that are complete, you know, that you'd be allowed to gain muscle on. This kept popping up. Now again, I didn't read like scientific studies or journals. In fact, I almost never do. But the consensus was positive. And like I've mentioned in other videos, I use Living Fuel, right? I've been using that for like 10 years. It's a greens drink, but it also has a shitload of protein. I just always figured like, yeah, it's like crappy vegetarian protein. But it turns out that it also has the brown rice and yellow pea. For some reason, peas and rice, you know, I mean, you can sustain yourself. You could live off of beans and rice. So there must be something there positive to it. You said that you eat beans and whey protein shakes. I'm not a big fan of whey protein. I don't take whey protein anymore. I'll kind of maybe cycle it in and out a few times a year, but I don't take it all year round. But I do take this brown rice, yellow pea protein in my Living Fuel that I have almost every single day. So that being said, I would also invest in some books or do some research on Bill Pearl. I believe that's his name, old school bodybuilder with like just a dense diesel, awesome looking body. I think he's still alive today and he looks great. And he was a vegetarian. You're gonna have to be very mindful about food supplementing and food combinations. But I totally think it can be done. Don't end up one of these vegetarians that actually that are more like sugar and fruitarians that, you know, they don't eat. The shit that pisses me off is like when I meet vegetarians, I'm like, oh great, well, what kind of vegetables do you eat? Well, I don't like vegetables. I just want to smack the shit out of them. Be a real vegetarian. Be fucking committed to being a vegetarian. You see what I'm saying? I admire and respect people, even if their ideas are diametrically opposed to mine, if they're really convicted and have thought about and are living from a place of groundedness in their choice, right? So I might not choose to be a vegetarian, but I respect the shit out of a vegetarian that's conscious about what he's doing and he's thinking about it and he's active about it. He's supplementing with you know, different whatever's needed because you're missing it in your meat. And I think it's very possible. So that's it, dude. Mad props to you. Do it the right way. Grow stronger. Try out that shit. Talk to you next time. Yo, Elliot.